Hello, you guys. I have been requested to show off a couple of the bases that I've built that I find to be my most favorite ones. This one, without a doubt, has got to be my favorite base to date. I like to call this Fort Dread. This is my main NipNip operation, as well as the biggest base I've ever built. This one's going to be kind of hard to describe and show off, so bear with me. We're gonna start inside. This is the main lobby. This was going to be kind of a NipNip dispensary, but we actually hit the 3,000 build part limit, so this is as far as we got. Otherwise it wouldn't be uploadable, and that would be kind of a shame. Anyway, let me show you around. So obviously right here we have our portal we came in. This is going to be for the secret underground base that I'll show you on the way back out. In the meantime, let's go see the grow up. So my initial design is that the core of the building, aka like the main floor that we're on right now, would be all table grown NipNip. This is before I figured out how to glitch build anything and realized that I could shrink down domes. I'm having a whole idea right now that we could shrink down a bunch of domes and grow from in here. This may be a new project coming up. Stay tuned, chat. In the meantime, we have floor 1, floor 2. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. We're gonna change everything up, man. That's okay. And then floor 3. So 3 full floors worth of growth. Very exciting, very cool. Highly recommend swinging by here if you ever need any NipNip. It's not a big deal. Then the part that I'm the most proud of personally is the atrium. Now you may come up here and go, well, wait a minute, there's like not a whole lot going on. But if you look up, this is the part I really like. It's beautiful. We've got glass, we've got big open spaces. It's really cool, and a staircase that took a heck of a lot of thought, which really doesn't look like it should have, but it did, and we made it happen, which is pretty cool. So this staircase is pretty cool. You come right up here and you can pick which way you want to go. Now, what we're about to see is the actual NipNip grow operation, not just the core. So the core of the building we're already through. This is now we're getting into the different wings. So each floor up here is going to house a bunch of biodomes, right? You walk into one, obviously you have all your NipNip. And when you walk out of this one, you'll walk across a bridge, which connects you to another. But if you stop midway through the bridge and turn, you're going to find another dome, which then branches off into not 1, but 3 additional NipNip domes. So we've got 3 here, plus the one we're standing in, plus the additional 2. So each wing has 6 domes. I want you to consider that each floor has 4 wings. So each set of doors right there is 1 wing. So that's 6 there. There's 6 here. There's 6 there. And then there's 6 there. Now you might be wondering, hang on, well, how do we get up to the next section up here to see the next set of wings? Well, I've got you covered. There might not be any stairs. I couldn't replicate this again without it looking super weird. Plus I wanted the atrium to be taller going up that way. So we did rig up something pretty cool. And this takes us up yet another floor. If you look down, you may get the nosebleeds. We're up here pretty high. This is the top floor. And again, we've replicated those 24 domes. So there are 48 biodomes full of NipNip between the 2 floors alone. This floor is a little bit different though. So if we track out through these floors, you'll notice we're going to go across the bridge again, and we're going to cross all the way out. But this time, if we hook to the left or to the right, and then hook to the left again or to the right again, depending on which side, you're going to come out to where we have all of our specialized landing. And we've got 4 landing pads. This part's particularly cool. I'm going to fly up so you can see it. We have 4 landing pads around the outside. There's my ship around the outside of our base here. But what's really cool is the one that we custom built in the middle. And we're going to fly over to that right now. So the one in the middle is pretty neat, man. I'm proud of this one. And again, this is before I learned how to do any kind of glitch building. That's a this week thing. I just learned that. So this is all completely eyeballed. This is all completely fit in by myself. You can 100% land here. It looks a little tight, but you can do it. The other thing that's really neat was we needed a way to get back down into the base. So we had to design a custom staircase to get us down there. And it's a little messy, but it works. It works really well. And so everything had to be thought out. This probably took us about half hour to kind of figure this one out. But we've got 2 descending staircases and then a special door to get us right back inside, which sits exactly opposite how we got up in the first place. So that is the NipNip grow operation of Fort Dread. Now I told you that there was a secret portion of this base, so we're not done yet, and I haven't even shown you how the power works yet. So we're gonna come all the way down. We're gonna walk, traipse our silly butts all the way back down to the bottom floor, back through the NipNip grow op. It's a little humid in here. There's a good reason for it, I suppose. All right, so when we get back down to the lobby, I told you there was a secret component to this base, and that's where this guy goes. It's not really that secret when you think about it. Whoa, look, I'm JJ Abrams. When you get down off this short-range teleporter, you may notice you don't look like you're in Kansas anymore, and that would be accurate. We are underground. We are far underground. We dug all the way down to the bedrock and dropped all the components that you might need for fusion igniters down here. So if we swing around and check all these out, now you may notice not necessarily all of these are ready to go. It's because I harvested this morning, but we have more biodomes in each wing growing all the things that you might need, and it's pretty cool. So this is my secret little stash down here. I like this little stash. It's pretty cool. But each dome has got tables on top of, or each little cylinder has tables on top of biodomes connected to it. There's a ton growing down here. It's enough right now. With any luck, it's enough to generate between 5 and 10 fusion igniters. So realistically speaking, if you're in a bind, you need some money, couple minutes of harvesting down here plus hitting a couple of my mines, you can crank out about 150 million without breaking a sweat. Easy peasy. This is not designed specifically to print money, as I like to say on stream. This is realistically designed purely to say, you know what, I need 150 mil right now. I'm gonna go to my base. Hang on. All right, so that is how we make some money. If we harvest off this base in entirety, assuming that we make fusion igniters and we make a full NipNip delivery to a good 3-star Gex system, we usually sit at 200 plus million. Easy, no problem. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. How much power does this thing generate and need? Well, I can tell you right now that we generate double what we need, and here's my solution for it. I set out to build a castle, right? I wanted to build something medieval looking, and so essentially I built a wall and I built these 4 pillars, right? And I kind of came up with a castle idea. I thought it looked kind of pretty cool, right? Obviously I built the entire thing on an EM source, as you can see. Then I started building the core of the building, which you can see, and that goes way up through the top. So we have like Nakatomi Plaza here. But then we realized we need a lot of power, and I realized I could shove 9 EM generators on each floor and do it twice, and you ended up with something that looked like it came straight out of Lord of the Rings. I was also able to string all the power together in a very neat manner, so I didn't actually need to hide any of the power whatsoever for this. I have a design tutorial. If you're curious, I'll link it into this one so that you can figure out and see exactly how I built these. They work really well, and they look awesome, don't they? Look at that. There's 4 of them. There are 4 of them. I'm gonna run underneath this base real quick so that you can see the actual output, because on this guy over here I left a side open so that we could check up on it anytime that we wanted to. So if we take a peek in here, we can see that this is currently using 6,300 K, I guess that's kilopascals, maybe, I'm not entirely sure, out of almost 12,000. So we're just over half of what we're using. We're sitting on a B class, which honestly is doing the job just fine. So 4 of those, which is beyond overkill. Plus on top of that, I ran it into the base in a pretty clean and neat way. You can see that that's running down and across the floor, which I then have running directly into the base. And since the base is predominantly made of cuboids, they're all wired together, so I only needed to bring the power in once. It doesn't look amazing, but that's where it hooks up right there. And honestly, if you didn't know, you might not know. That's it. That's Fort Dread. It's a little wonky. It's a little crazy. It is 100% the biggest and craziest thing I've ever built. I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of a labor of love for sure. And I think it's next level for me. Now that I know a little bit more about glitch building, though, it's going to change the way I do this pretty significantly. So we'll see a lot more different things. In fact, I may come back in and redesign just a little bit of how we've done some of this stuff. And maybe we can crank out even more NipNip. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope this is something you found interesting. I'm going to leave the coordinates in the video when I edit this down. If you feel like visiting, please do. Just know the NipNip takes about 4 hours to regrow. So if you come here and it's empty, it's probably because I just grabbed it. I typically grab it once at the beginning of our stream, and then maybe if we have time, I do it a second time throughout the day. So if you find it empty, it's because I totally took it all and sold it. Oh, we're having render distance issues. Look at this. Yeah, let me get out of it. There we go. Anyway, I hope you like this. If you leave a thumbs up on the video, that's super helpful. If you leave me any comments, that's also really cool and helps get this video through the algorithm, man. Anyway, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and continue to be the legends that I know that you are. I'll see you guys in the next video, or I'll see you online. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.